Welcome to Coach's Corner, Cat fans. And week 15, and that's exciting because we know that that's the state championship. And so as we say, we're going to the ship in the shoe, playing hopefully for another state championship. And kids are really excited about it to get to play in the shoe, especially those seniors that for most of them will be their last game ever. And so we're really excited about that, to get back and to have an opportunity to win another state title, which would be our 7th, I guess, as a community and as a football team here at Coldwater. So a recap of last week's game versus Coshocton. The score was 33-14 in a hard-fought ball game. Coshocton had five, six core guys that were just physical, tough high school football players, 6 foot, 200-pounders. That in their wing T offense just makes you pound and pound and pound, and it was a physical game that by the end I think both teams were feeling those bumps and bruises and thumps throughout that game. We got off to a good start defensively. We held them and caused a fumble, and like we try to do all the time, we never gave them any big plays. So that first drive, they did get a couple first downs, but then we caused a fumble. We had a couple first downs ourselves, but we had a tip ball for an interception, and so that kind of was a little bit back and forth. But we got things going and got up 14 to nothing. Another tip ball that they intercepted and then took it in. So it got tight there. 14-7, and we had a great drive at the end of the half, a 2-minute drive, which we've done very well really all year with we call it our hurry offense. And we got a touchdown at the end of the half. We came back out and got it to 27-6, I believe, or 27-7, and felt really good about it. And we did a good job on offense in the second half of getting first downs and running the clock. And then the defense really played outstanding, and like I said, didn't give them any big plays and made them work and really shut down any of their play action passing game, and like I said, made them work and eventually stopped them. And so a really good win for us, obviously, to get us heading towards the state championship. So this week, Saturday, 8 o'clock in the shoe. We're the visiting team, so we'll be in our white jerseys. We're playing Canton Central Catholic for the 3rd consecutive year in the state finals. So that's a good challenge for us. Very similar to us in some ways, Canton Central, they lost their whole offensive team from last year. The one returning starter on offense was a receiver last year, but now he's the quarterback. So they have a lot of new faces also. They run a spread offense. They run a lot of jet sweep offense based on the jet sweep fakes and play action, and they will throw the ball down the field some. So they have a pretty good diverse offense. Their quarterback is their main guy. He's their leading rusher, and certainly obviously their leading passer. They spread the wealth pretty good to 3-4 different receivers. So sort of like our offense, to be honest with you, they try to spread you out and mix up the run and the pass pretty effectively. Defensively, they do have about 6 guys returning. I would say they're 3 or 4 out of their top 5 guys from last year graduated, but they do have a really good middle linebacker who I believe is going to either Army or Navy, one of those two. A good solid 210-pound guy, kind of like what we saw last week with 4 or 5 different guys. So the keys to the game, I guess, for us, continue to spread that wealth amongst our offensive guys, and I think most importantly, probably the 2 most important things will be the field position. They have a really good kicker. We have a good kicker and good punter ourselves. So field position will be huge, and I think defensively, if we make them work, we can get them stopped. I really believe that if we don't give up any big long plays, that like we've done so many times, we can stop people if we make them work really hard, and hopefully we can make some big plays on offense and get some points up on the board. CCC comes in with 3 losses, but they play a really tough schedule. They beat a Massillon Perry team that is in the Division II state finals. They beat a Massillon Jackson team that's Division I. That's a good team. I believe they were in the playoffs, and so they're battle tested, very similar to us, playing a lot of good teams. So great test for us. this Saturday night in the Shoe, 8 o'clock game. We do have some guys that are banged up. I'm not gonna say who those guys are because I'm not going to. But we have some guys, and if you're at the game last week, you know who they are. But we've got a few guys with ankle injuries that are nursing those right now, and I guess we would say they're probably day to day at this point. We also have a young man, one of our receivers broke his finger, but I think he'll be okay. He's practicing already, and so they don't want to miss this last game. Those guys that's possibly their last game. My shout out, I guess, this week, but you'll see it here a little bit later. A couple special guests, Neil Mullenkamp and Dylan Toby, two of our guys that are really leading this team and outstanding football players, both offensively and defensively, and kicking and punting. So those two guys really handle 6-7 starting positions. You know, Dylan is our quarterback and safety and punter, corner and punter, and Neil is our slot back who catches and runs and is also our safety and our kicker. And so you got two guys out there that play 100 plays a game, and that's amazing when you see so many maybe college and pro guys take themselves out after 3 or 4 runs or this or that, and those guys out there 100 plays and really leading our team to a great season so far, and hopefully we can cap it off with a state championship in Columbus this week. So again, the game is at 8 o'clock. We are the prime time game, I guess, the last game of the tournament against Canton Central Catholic. We'll be in our white jerseys, and hopefully you can make it out and get to the game in Columbus and hopefully celebrating a victory at 10:30 on Saturday night.
Prove them wrong this year has been a pretty big motto for us. It has really gave us seniors something to work for. Them, as in the people who are not on the team or up in the stands, they thought maybe that we might not be as good this year with losing all the seniors last year. But Prove Them Wrong has really been a good part of our captains meetings and etc., just to get us motivated. And all of us guys who haven't had a lot of varsity experience are proving some people wrong this year.
One big thing I think Coaters, or football in Coaters, is so successful is that all the old guys help the young guys. We have that camp in the summer where us seniors and the whole high school go out and help our 6th through 8th grade. That's one big thing that makes us successful. And then one other thing is that the parents, they're all hardworking, and then that teaches us how to work hard, keep grinding at something, and don't stop until we do it right.